Liverpool versus everybody. We are back, and so are the mighty Reds in the Champions League final. Um, I got Mame on the line. Mame, I mean, can you put that into words, man? Can you make sense of Liverpool again, conquering all of Europe, shutting all the haters up? We got this is going to be a serious uh, talk between Mame and I. We got a lot to talk about, but just like your initial feelings or your feelings throughout the game. How did you control them after the game? Were you still pinching yourself? Just tell me like how you felt after that, man. When that final whistle
And
blew.
this was a really tough night. You know, it's the Ramadan, so I was fasting. You know, and
Right, right, right.
when the game was on, man, we still didn't break the fasting. You know, so it was kind of intense. I almost fainted. I'm not going to lie.
Hmm, hmm.
So yeah, and it happened. It happened, and I keep telling these guys, believe it till the last minute. We can do it. We can do anything. And this is just the story of Liverpool since Klopp came in.
Yep.
This is it. This is it. You have to believe in it. And what Klopp said is crazy. After the first game, he told everybody, "Yo, this is the best game of our Champions League
The
season.
first leg.
I mean,
The
this
first leg.
season and last. Yeah, after the first leg,
Yeah. And
you
people
know,
thought that was a
he
joke. They thought he was crazy
and
for
it
saying
was
that.
true.
Yep.
And the truth is, okay, the scoreline is a miracle. We can say anything we want. We didn't see it coming. But if you see at the both legs, the best team won.
Yep. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. I don't. I
That's
don't
it.
think anybody
I'm a
can.
happy man. I went crazy.
Hmm,
I didn't sleep. I haven't slept yet.
hmm.
No, for real.
Yeah, I mean, it just an incredible comments in here saying, "Hey, bro, can you believe it?" You know, it's yeah, keep the faith. You never walk alone. All the way from Dublin. Good to see you, John. Thanks for stopping by and speaking with us. But yeah, I mean, it's just I mean, I keep saying I couldn't believe it, but I can because this team continues to show the fight. You know, no Mane. I'm sorry, no Salah, no Firmino. Obviously, Naby was out. Guys were getting beat up on the pitch. I mean, when people say leave your blood, sweat, and tears, Liverpool did that last night. They left everything on the pitch, man. Robbo got knocked. Hendo picked up a knock but kept playing. You know, it's just the heart of a champion. As I said in my review, you just can't knock that. You can never doubt a team that has the frame of mind of we don't know when we're beat. We're gonna keep fighting to the end, to the last whistle, no matter if it's us against the world or whatever. You know what I mean? It was just a crazy
Yeah,
performance from Liverpool, the manager, everybody involved to score that many goals against a team who people said we had no chance against and not concede any. I mean, that was one of the
and
best performances I've ever seen.
and even if you take the score away, I've been watching football for like more than 20 years. I've never seen something like that. People,
Yeah.
these guys were running for 90 minutes.
Yep.
90 minutes. I've never seen that. And you see Fabinho doing a press at the 90th minute
Hmm.
when he won the ball in the middle of the park.
Yep.
I mean, that's just crazy.
It is.
Origi going out because he just couldn't give anymore. He had
Yep.
cramps.
Yep.
Mane
Yep.
was everywhere.
Yep.
You know, oh man,
And
this
that's
is
the
just too
people.
much.
I'm glad you said that, Mame, because although Mane didn't score, unlike a lot of players, he makes his presence known. You know, he was trying things the whole game against Barcelona, and um, but it also just shows how this team, you know, and people talk about the squad depth and all that. This guy Origi, man, I said it after the game. I'm not trying to be funny. He needs a statue. He needs a statue in front of Anfield. I mean, the guy has been on the bench
Of
most of the
course.
season. And I mean this every time he comes in. He might not always score, but almost every time, if not every time, Origi comes in the game, whether it be the league, Champions League, he makes a difference. And to get that first
Cl- cl-
goal, go ahead, go ahead.
Clutch
Yeah,
player.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Honestly,
I mean, to get that first goal, you started to really believe it. Like, okay, just don't get see any goals. Keep playing. Stay confident. Don't get don't feel nervous. Just keep playing your game. And then the goals just kept coming, man. And then when it was 3-3, I was sitting next to a guy in the bar who happened to be a Liverpool fan, and we were both saying, I don't want this to go to extra time. And we kept saying, can we actually get this fourth and beat them 4-0? And the fact that it actually happened, my God, man, it's just we got to talk about Messi for a second. We won't do it to spend too much time on him, but Messi picked up the mic, as people keep saying. He picked up the mic. There's images all over the internet of people who haven't seen it. He picked up the mic and he basically was like, "This is our title." In fact, their official football club on or the account on Twitter were pretty much saying they had it wrapped up. Surely they were going to lose this lead, lose this tie to Liverpool after being up 3-0. And I remember saying in the review from the loss, the first leg, that Messi didn't look happy after that game. He didn't look happy after that game because in his mind he thought, you know what, we had chances to make this 4-5. We didn't do it. It's going to be tough going back to Anfield. I don't care what he says, what he admits to. He was
I
worried.
think
He was worried.
Messi. I think Messi didn't look happy because of one thing. Because he knew he changed the game. It's not his team,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I cannot blame Messi for anything. Messi did everything right, even though he had that miss.
Mm-hmm.
People who say crucial. Messi did everything. He carried them, but he was the only one. Where was Suarez? Where was Coutinho? That guy is useless.
Thank you.
He is useless.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. It's a one man team.
Yep.
It's a
Yep.
one man team, and that team is Messi. So
Yep.
I can't really blame him for that.
But and that's what I kept saying though. They're not a great team. Of course they have arguably, depending on who you ask, the best player of all time. Okay, great. But he is still human. He cannot against Liverpool, the mighty Liverpool, who are on a we after what happened last season, this team was hungrier than ever, man, to get back to that final. And I know for some of us it looked like it wasn't going to happen. I even had my moment where I thought, "Ooh, that's hard to come by." But when I had that talk I did the other night on the channel, I said that this team could do it. If any team could do it,
Of course,
Liverpool could do it. And I mean,
it's Liverpool.
to
It's
do it that
Liverpool.
way though, I mean that's just a incredible result, incredible performance. And you start to feel good because there's a moment there where you think, you watch the Leicester City game and big head company comes through with some ridiculous goal, and then we feel that feels like a blow, especially thinking about what happened in the first leg. And for Liverpool to do this, as I said in the review, the double is still on, you know, um, because we're going to another final and the league is going down to the last day. I know City played Brighton, but again, what happened last night, football is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Football is crazy.
What
So
happened last night proves you that
yeah,
anything is possible.
yeah. So the double is
Anything.
still on, and that's crazy, But this team, I hate to talk about what we deserve or whatever, but with this coach, every season been building this team. At some point, the silverware is going to come, and that had to be it. Getting us to finals almost every season. Every season he's been our manager. Whether it be a League Cup final or the Europa League. Now two Champions League finals back to back. This manager, man, is just really, and this team is really just spoiling us, man. This journey has been incredible, and no one can ever
It's
forget this,
crazy.
and no one can ever take this away from Liverpool. So let's just go backwards a little bit. The lineup, obviously, not having Firmino, not having Salah, it probably was a lineup that most people would assume would be. Now, I guess there could be a question of was it going to be Sturridge, but after Origi, what he did against Newcastle, you had to start him. Shaqiri, we're going to talk about Shaqiri too. Shaqiri was in the game. I thought the midfield was, pretty much what you could have maybe seen Genie instead of Milner, but so yeah, just talk to me about the lineup. Was that a lineup that you thought it probably would have
Yeah,
been? Was there somebody you'd rather see, or talk to me about that?
yeah. I think Klopp didn't have any choice. That was a logical lineup. But the thing is, for me, Origi was going to start because the physical power he has,
Hmm.
Sturridge can do that.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
yeah, and he showed it. He was bullying those guys, man, using his
Mhm.
body correctly, making runs,
Mhm.
holding up the ball. It was just perfect. So yeah, I thought Genie would come in because he
Mhm.
was sacrificed in the first game,
Did you
going
hear what
out
he
of
said after the
position.
game? Did you see what he said after the game?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was like,
I
he
heard it.
said I was mad at the coach because I didn't start, and he
Yeah,
showed that. He
exactly.
showed that.
Y-
But go ahead.
Yeah, so I really thought he would start, just to giving him an opportunity to redeem himself. I
Hmm.
mean, both
Hmm.
of them. So yeah, I thought he would start, but the rest, I think it's normal. I know I was expecting that. You
Okay,
know,
okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I saw the lineup and I remember looking at. I was still at work, so I was running late to the game. But I remember seeing the lineup being really, really just proud, really, really happy, trusting that that 11 could get a result. Um, and I mean, my lord, incredible. But let's talk about Shaqiri. And I think and I want to say this. Obviously, we all know he hasn't been playing much. Not even nearly as much as Origi's been playing, even though Origi's time has been somewhat limited over the past few games. And so you understand maybe some rustiness or whatever, but some of the passes, mommy, let's be real. Like you don't need to be playing every week to make these basic passes as a professional. And I hate on a night like that, I don't want to knock anybody. I really don't. I'm only bringing Shaqiri up just to say, um, was that performance from him surprising from you? I'm sure he did some good things, but a lot of the time he was giving the ball away, and it just looked like, man, if there's a weak, because there wasn't many weak links, but if there was one weak link, it felt like for
it
me most
was
of the game
it
was
was him.
Shaqiri. Yeah.
Listen, Shakiri was a big mystery for me throughout the season because I was like, why isn't he playing? Why
Mm,
isn't he playing?
mm,
The, he's good. He played well for the time he had and everything. I was like, man, what is club doing? And yesterday,
mm,
you know why? In the first half, Shakiri was pathetic. He was the
mm,
worst player in this Liverpool year in all the performances I've seen.
mm,
You
mm,
know,
mm,
and that's the thing. And I think if Robertson wasn't injured, he would go out at the halftime.
mm.
That's for sure.
Yeah, and I
I,
thought that
I,
would.
I don't know what Klopp told him at
Mm,
halftime.
mm,
Obviously, he got a little better, even got an assist,
mm.
and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and again, I don't want. I mean, he was obviously very much a part of keeping our title hopes alive with that set piece for Origi. Obviously, he got an assist in the game last night. So yes, I don't want to make it seem like he was awful, but there were parts in that game where you started to think like, wait, what is this guy doing? Because some of that stuff looked like I don't want to say it, but it's like he was doing it on purpose because it was just so weird. Like it was just strange. I'm like, what is this guy doing out here?
No,
So, but
I think it was just lack of involvement. He wasn't
yeah.
involved as much as the other players.
Yeah, but again, Mame, I mean, come on, you're training with this team every day. So some of the passes again were just so, but let's give him that. Fine, let's give him let's move on from Shaqiri. But I will say this: what you just said to piggyback off that is, we did wonder. Everyone was like, "What's up with Shaqiri? Why isn't he playing?" And I think the thing about Shaqiri is obviously he's got a lot of talent, and he's played at some big clubs, Inter Milan, Bayern. Then he came to Stoke, and I was like, "Ooh." When I first saw him come to the Premier League and he played for Stoke, I was thinking, but it tells me that even though he's talented, maybe he just can't. I don't know, man. I don't even want to say that because I feel like
It's
he
it's
he's
it's
done
just
really
a
good for
problem
us.
of mentality. I don't
Yeah,
think that
yeah.
he believed it like the other players believed it in the beginning. Because I remember the first leg they were like, "What they playing Genie in? Why not play Shakiri up front?" And I was like, "I don't think Shakiri is ready for this kind of games.
Mm, mm.
I don't trust him in this kind of games." And yeah, that's what we saw.
And obviously it's okay to talk about this now because we just destroyed Barcelona, and really we destroyed them over two legs. Let's really be real. But do you think that first leg is different if we have Trent Alexander-Arnold? Genuine question.
What?
Do
Sorry.
you do you think the first leg is different if we have Trent Alexander-Arnold on the pitch?
Shit, I think there's a
You can't
problem. It's
you
cutting.
can't hear me? Okay, hold on one second.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on
I
one
can
second.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
I
Yeah.
said, do you think that first leg would have been different if Trent Alexander-Arnold was starting?
Listen, it's easy to say now, but I was wondering. I mean, in the chat, I was like, what if Trent played last night?
Yeah, I totally can't hear you now. Mama, you there? I think your mic might have cut. Anyway, I'm gonna keep soldiering on and I guess try to get back on if you can, Mama. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think you know, it's just I still can't wrap my mind around it. Still can't wrap my mind around it. I actually think about Trent Alexander because I feel like you really saw what we missed. And yes, it is easy to say it now. And I mean, what could we really have expected for a performance from Gomez in that first game, being as though he was out for the period of time that he was out, and then come right back in a position that we know that he can play, but we also know that I think collectively we like him better at center back, or we feel like he's better for our team at center back. So, I mean, that was a big call Klopp made. But again, I think Trent repaid his trust, or maybe the lack thereof that he didn't have of him in the first game, or the trust he didn't have in him in the first game, and you know that corner kick. That, I mean, this kid's what 19, 20, 18. I forget exactly what it is, but the presence of mind to do that, the genius in that move, um, was just incredible. It was incredible. It looks like my connection might be really, really shot now, guys. If anybody's still watching, let me know. Nito Nova says we were amazing. Trent was godly. So was Allison. Yes, yes. Got to talk about Allison as well because again, this is the difference between a team with a great defense and goalkeeper as opposed to a team who doesn't. And last season, I think our defense was good. It's obviously it's not as good as it is now, but also we have a monster of a keeper back there, and that just fills you with so much confidence, so much positivity going into games. Dollars, what's up? Nito Nova says only now pundits are admitting Barca didn't deserve that first leg. Yeah, I know, and that's fine. We knew what it was. And we heard all the fans saying that we were deluded or we're salty. No, if you watch the game, like put your Liverpool hate to the side. If you watch the game, Liverpool were the best team over the whole time. Now, it came up as salty when we said things like, man, we played so well, we went toe-to-toe to them, but that's just the truth. And we proved that in the second half. And that's what I want Liverpool to show. First of all, shock the world, shut all the haters up, and we definitely shocked the world, let's be real. Shut all the haters up and just show that we are a better team. We are the best team in Europe. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. That's what it is. And the thing is, this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. How did you feel about Shaqiri? Yeah, we just finished talking about Shaqiri. I think if there was a weak link, because there wasn't really much on that red team, he probably was it. And again, he's going to be at the end of the season. We have to look at Shaqiri as playing a major role in this game, in this season. The United goals, the assist the other day against Newcastle, he had an assist in this game. He's played a major role. So has everyone else. Anyone who's ever played for Liverpool this season contributed to us getting whatever it is that we get at the end of the season. So Shaqiri was probably the weak link for me, especially in that first half. Too many balls given away, and I mean, certain balls just weren't even making it to the man. It was just really weird. It was really weird for me. So that's how I feel about Shaqiri. But I love Shaqiri. I love all the players on this team, and I, as I said, I believe that he definitely played a role in our success this season. That's for sure. Jason says, for me, Fab was on another level to play like that with the yellow card after 11th minute, just wild tackle. Yeah, I mean, look, Fabinho is just that dude, man. We haven't had something like that since Mascherano, maybe. I mean, that's going to go down as Van Dijk. Obviously, great signing. The keeper, great signing. Those are all obvious. Fabinho, remember how that came out of nowhere in the offseason before the season started? That just came out of nowhere. And Fabinho is slowly but surely, in my mind, putting himself in the conversation of the top DMs in world football. That's just what it is. You know how he stood up to them guys and the art of tackling. I mean, because he knows this is a guy who knows he's not the fastest on the pitch. But he doesn't sit there and just sulk about, oh, I'm not fast enough. I can't be effective. Those long gangly legs, the fact that he can get a tackle in and make the player feel him and still get the ball is just it's all world for me. It's all world. Eastboy says, yes, best team in Europe by far. We was to win the Champions League last year. You can't fight greatness and effort. Yep. Shaqiri disappointed me, but I'm happy he got an assist. I forgot about Fabinho. He was also immense. Best DM performance in years. Yeah. I mean, and again, I feel like I'm being petty when I bring up Shaqiri because really, as a team, everyone to a man. Matip. Can we have a segment on Matip? This dude right here, I mean, honestly, I think over the two legs, he was a better defender than Van Dijk. You might not agree with that. People might laugh at that. People might say I'm overdoing it. I'm just prisoner of the moment. No, Matip has just been amazing for us since the turn of the year. I mean, and we all sat here and thought, man, no, Gomez, Lovren can't stay fit. Klavan's gone. What are we gonna do? Man. But Matip has been it really in periods of the season the MVP, man. Seriously, I mean, it's one thing to play next to Van Dijk, and you got to really just be awful to not look good next to Van Dijk. But we saw the game against Newcastle. Don't want to berate, don't want to get on Lovren, but we saw Lovren's performance there. And Matip has been consistent pretty much from the moment he's gotten a consistent start in the team. You know what I mean? And people forget, Barcelona didn't play last week because they'd won the league. And as Mame said earlier, of course we were tired. Our legs were heavy, playing a lot of football, man, and just ran till we couldn't run anymore. I'm going to see if I can get Mame back on here. Bear with me for a second, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Honestly, all of you guys, man, I appreciate it. Give me 1 second. Let me try to see if I can get Mame back on. See if I can get my brother back on. All right, let's see if we can get Mame back on. But yeah, I just the fight of this team is just I could literally sit here and talk half an hour about damn near each player. As I brought up what Jeannie said after the game about the manager, him being pretty upset with him because he didn't start. And you get that. It's a big game. You want to be part of it. But things happen in a certain way where Jeannie had to come on. And he made his presence known. I mean, this is a guy who not a prolific goal scorer. We saw him do some bits at Newcastle, but he's never been a guy. I mean, before the game started, if someone was to say, yeah, score prediction is whatever, and Jeannie will have 2 goals. The only person I know that would say that is probably my wife because she loves Jeannie so much. You know what I mean? So not many people saw that coming. Origi, just stepping up. I think someone even here in one of the videos said that I think it might have been Mercy. I think Mercy said that or someone, sorry, whoever I got, if I'm getting that person wrong, my bad. I think it was Mercy, but I could be wrong, saying that they think Origi was going to play a major role in the game. So, yeah, just incredible. Nova, thanks for all these comments, man. Says, no Salah, no Firmino, no Keita, Robertson, and yeah, I mean, just unbelievable. Jason says, love the Robbo pushing Messi's head. Yes, when he's on the ground. Yep, one of the highlights of the game. Yeah, because again, and did I not bring that stuff? You have to engage. If they want to play the dirty game, you have to do it as well, but do it in a way where you're not going to cost the team. And Robbo, you can tell Robbo's a hard dude. Like if you saw him on the street, you wouldn't think that. But he plays with passion for this team, like he was born to play with Liverpool. And he's one of them dudes that are not going to back down. He doesn't care if it says Messi on the back of your shirt, Suarez, Coutinho, Neymar, whoever. It doesn't matter what it says in the back of your shirt. He's going to step up to you. And guys like him, guys like Fabinho, even Henderson sometimes, these dudes, they're going to step up and fight. They're going to step up and fight. And that was just so refreshing to see. Robinson was out in the second half. They rested 11 men too. No excuse, FC. Yep. So, I mean, it's just this team and the character. I was disappointed I didn't see Naby out there, with his jacket on. Maybe, I don't know if he told to stay home or what. Cause maybe he was there. If anybody saw him, let me know. My bad. But, I saw Firmino, of course. You saw Salah with the T-shirt that said, what is it, never give up, which is, I mean, quite fitting. But yeah, and then again the scenes singing the You Never Walk Alone, and just a beautiful, beautiful night. Steve, what's up? Good to see you, man. Just over 3 weeks till the final. Yep, Salah, Firmino, Bobby should be back. Hopefully Keita too. I would to finally stick with Matip over Gomez. He's earned a starting. Oh, no question. Yeah, no, you don't bring Gomez into the final. That's just ridiculous. Obviously, knock on wood, if there's some issue with Matip, then you do. And see, that's a great thing. Like, obviously, I don't want to wish anything on Matip, and I hope that doesn't come back to haunt me by even bringing it up. I don't want to jinx it. But obviously, if something were to happen to Matip, you feel comfortable with Gomez coming back in because we know what he can do. But he's been out for so long that it does give you a bit of concern, maybe worry, hesitation for that. But no, Matip definitely deserves his place and deserves to stay with the club. To be honest, to be quite honest, he deserves it. And honestly, I can't believe this, but Matip has stayed fit this whole time, and that's why I think you see games in the league where you see Klopp sitting him, and it's never been a thing of, oh, I love Lovren so much, I'm gonna play. I think it's look, Matip's been playing a lot, and we know his injury history. Let me give Lovren a run, but Klopp knows. Klopp knows Matip has totally repaid his trust. Totally, if Klopp had any doubt of maybe I should ship this guy off, get another one, he can't stay fit, whatever. So that's the only thing about Matip is that he's obviously he's been fit, and God please may that continue. But we know Matip, man, and for a whole season, I just don't know. But I'd still keep him. I don't know what. I don't really even care about transfers right now. But to have Gomez and Matip going into the next season, at least those two, along with Van Dijk, 3. We probably want to get at least one more. Keep Lovren. I don't know. We can talk about that when we talk about it. But Matip, to me, has earned his place in this team and deserves to stay. So I definitely would not mind seeing him. Naby was on Instagram hopping on 1 foot celebrate. Oh, okay, really? On 1 foot in the stadium? Or was he like at home? Where was he at? Because I didn't see him on the pitch with the other team, other players. Jason said, I mean, Naby on social media celebrating from his living room. Okay, got it. Nova says, at least Salah and Firmino will be ready for Wolves. This match kind of gives you hope for the weekend. I know, and that's the thing. Great comment, Nova. Lark, what up, baby? What up, baby? Talk to me. Lark says, hello, all. Yeah, I mean, it's just, this Klopp said it, in the post-match. This team is too much. And this team is too much, man. And that game was too much. It was just, with every goal, you felt like Liverpool are going to they're going to do this. They're going to do this. And for all the talk of, and I'm guilty of this. I said it in HH's hangout. And matter of fact, if you guys don't know HH or you never paid attention to his channel, he's got one of the best hangouts, I think, in football. Maybe one of the only ones that I know of. Kind of podcast style kind of thing. Guys from all over the world talking football. It's great. But anyway, I said on there that wasn't Barcelona. I don't know who that was. I take that back. That was Barcelona. That is Barcelona. But Liverpool are just that great now. Liverpool are that good now that they can make a team like that look like a mid-table team. And they did. They look like a mid-table team in English football. I mean, but we made them look that way. You know what I mean? And all the talk, all the trash talk, all that. I mean, their official football Twitter account came out before this game and basically said this one's over. It's a wrap, guys. So you gotta start. People gotta start respecting Liverpool, man. Nicole, what's up? Good to see you, girl. What a game, what a team. Just popping in for a second. I'm in the car. Just wanted to say how much I love this team. Thanks, Nicole. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safely. Lark, what a result was there? Still not slept. Yep. I mean, it's I literally was dozing off on the couch, just watching the highlights over, man. Not because that made me go to sleep, but I tried to. My eyes were fighting to stay open, and so I'm gonna watch them now when I get off here and probably be late to work. But I think I give a damn. This team, I mean, I'm never gonna stop watching those highlights. Never gonna stop watching Messi's face after the game. Never gonna stop watching the Barcelona fans who traveled all that way, knowing they were going to win this, knowing they were going to see either Ajax or Tottenham in the final. I mean, it's pure gold. It's pure gold to see that. I can only inject all of those feelings in me. And just a memorable night, man. You thought that, the Champions League against Milan couldn't be topped. You thought that Borussia Dortmund couldn't be topped. You thought all these great nights, we'd seen them all. Liverpool gave us another classic Anfield night. I mean, it was just, that stadium was rocking. It looked like every seat was full. The team, the fans got behind the team, and that passion in Genie's face when he got that third goal was just third goal. Yeah, I think third. I don't even know what order the goals went now, but I just know that this team just keeps fighting, man, and that this is why with this team, with this current team right now and this manager from this season going forward, nobody can ever count us out. You know what I mean? I mean, after that game, I'm surprised those guys had even enough energy to celebrate. They ran their hearts out, man. Milner, he's getting emotional, and it's just It's an
I'm back.
unbelievable.
Sorry.
Yay, 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 yay. Cool, 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 cool. So can we just talk about Trent? I got you back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
All right. So Trent, before we got disconnected, I asked you about the first leg, and you said it's easy to say that now. But this guy is Trent 19, 20. What's his age? You know?
He's 20, man. He's just too much for his age, too intelligent. People talk about Mbappe at this age and everything because he's a
Right,
striker,
right,
but
right,
Trent, man, I'm not going to say he's the best right back or something like that. But
right.
this guy is something for his age, and I think he'll turn out to be one of the best players. And
I mean,
he's probably not playing at his natural position, too.
that's the other thing. Yeah. I mean that moment, which to me was the moment of the game, where he has a presence of mind to basically catch Barcelona sleeping. The keeper was clapping his hands, looking to the left, and but also Origi, two really
Yeah,
young
exactly.
players. Like
People give all the credit to Trent, but Origi
oh
there
no,
and
no,
being
no, no, you got to
aware.
be yeah, because if you're not there to receive it, but they were on. This team is just you can tell these guys probably hang out all the time together. Whether they're going to get coffee, go out to eat, whatever. Because the connection they have, even if it's not a guy who doesn't start, they have this real beautiful togetherness, man. And it's just like they're all in sync. They're all in sync. And so yeah, no, I'm glad to hear someone else say that. Yes, Trent, the presence of mind, the genius move that was. But Origi, you got to big him up as well because you got to receive that ball. You got to be alive and ready. And again, that was the difference in the two teams. And I was just before you came back on, I was saying how people have to start respecting Liverpool, man, because it's easy to say, um, oh, Barcelona, that wasn't the real Barcelona. That didn't look like them, but that was Barcelona, and Liverpool just showed them that they're better. Liverpool just showed them that they're better. And
And you know what? I hear Barcelona fans blaming Valverde or something like that. The coach wasn't good enough. I'm
yeah,
sorry, but Barcelona did everything right. And you put out any team in the world, and Liverpool perform like that, you will get the same, even worse.
yep, yep. And,
That's the
and
thing.
and when you lose, of course, I mean we're all human. We try to find reasons for it, but the reason is just that Liverpool were better. That's it. I mean, there's no
Exactly.
blame that ref. That's a good ref. I mean, I'm sorry. That's a good coach they got. I think. I'm not just saying. I think that's a good coach. I don't think you can blame the coach. I don't know if you can really blame the team. They just came up against a team that wanted it more at a place
Exactly.
called
Exactly.
Anfield. That's a magical place. That's what it was. It's not about Messi being a choke or that team being no. You know what I mean? Like they weren't allowed to do what they wanted to do, enjoy their football because we didn't allow them to. Yeah, they had their chances. Um, but
And we can even go back to the final last year. We played
mhm,
against the great Real Madrid with Cristiano. Cristiano didn't do anything in this game. And we lost that game because of carries and probably Salah going out too early.
yep, and
We gave it to them.
yep. Yep, and that's what I was saying. That's a difference between a team that has a great keeper and a team that doesn't. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah. We didn't talk about Alisson.
yeah, and I
You
mean,
know,
Allison, it was just
come on.
incredible, man. The saves he
Come
made. I mean, there
on.
was one where in that first half, and I almost lost it because I thought, okay, they're gonna score here. I forget who it might have been. Coutinho got through and he tried to chip. No, I don't know who it was. Anyway, he tried to chip.
I think it was Suarez.
Was it Suarez? Okay, and that big Brazilian hand just swatted it. I mean, this guy, man. I mean, we've the moves we made in the transfer market since Klopp has been here has just been amazing. Fabinho, which everybody talks about Van Dijk, Allison, of course, but Fabinho. And sorry guys, I'm repeating some of these things, but Mommy wasn't here, so you guys can just bear with me. Fabinho is going to go down. Oh, not go down. Right now, currently, you got to put him in the conversation as top 3, top 5 DMs. I mean, what this guy does
Of
because
course. Of
he's
course.
not the fastest dude. You know what I'm saying? He's long, he's big, and he's passionate. So he uses everything he has, and the way he can tackle like that without it being a foul so consistently is just a work of art, my man. I don't know
And
how he.
and and and, and Fabinho, I think the first time I listened to your hangout, I think with it was with that dude, that American dude. I forgot his name.
On the hangout here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
You know, and you were talking about which player we should get, which midfielder we
Right.
should get, and I
Right.
said Fabinho. You probably forgot it. You know,
Mm, mm.
and you know we in Africa, especially in Senegal, French-speaking country, only watch the French league mostly. You know,
Yep.
so I saw him perform, and I knew that that's the guy we needed. Obviously, when he came on, I said, okay, he's gonna need some time, you know,
Mm.
because that intensity we're playing,
Oh
he
yeah.
cannot
Yeah.
cope with that at the beginning,
Yeah.
you know.
Naturally. Yeah.
But Fabinho yesterday, come on, there's nothing to say. He's the
Incredible.
best. There's
Mm.
Busquets and all those guys, but Fabinho, what he did yesterday, will go down in history as one of the best DM performances.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt, and that's not even. I mean, I think even if you're a neutral or a fan of Barcelona or whatever, you got to just hold your hands up and say Fabinho is that dude, and that's what I'm saying. This team is just so complete, my mate. I mean, yes, and I don't even want to get into transfer talks right now. I could care less, but um, we can use some upgrades in some of the forward positions, especially if we're not going to keep some of the guys we have now. But I mean, where do we really have any holes in this team, especially when we're fully fit? We just beat Barcelona without two of our best forward players. I mean, what we don't really have many holes, my man. This
Listen,
team,
even when we play Cardiff or Brighton without Coutinho, without Firmino and
mhm.
Salah, people are scared.
Yeah. I mean
You know,
that's a wicked situation to be in, and of course, and I said this when you cut off, but before the game, if someone told you Genie's going to score a couple goals, you'd say you've lost your mind. And so the thing
yeah.
is, what I love about this team is that they showed even without certain guys in their team, we can get goals from somewhere. I mean, it was just sheer, it was pure, just fight and hunger, and determination, man. And that just makes me so proud. And I always say, even while the game was going on, if we did end up conceding the goal, I'm still so proud of this team because they played they played. That was almost a complete, perfect performance last night, man. I mean, it was
Every,
almost complete and perfect. Yeah.
every single player. Even Shakiri second half was really good. Actually, there's nothing to say. I can't even pick a man of the match because
Well,
everybody performed
so
at their best.
I'm gonna put you on a hot seat. Let's just say over the both ties, if you had to pick one guy which is unfair to some other dudes because so many guys were good. If you had to pick one dude over
I,
both
I,
games,
I'll go. I'll go with Matip.
yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. Um,
I'll go with
I'm
Matip.
gonna go Robertson, man. I think this dude, again, just so fearless, man. Somebody mentioned him pushing Messi's head when he's on the ground, and I told you guys that Liverpool need to start doing some of these dark art, things as well, and just hope not
and
to get
and
caught.
and and, and that's why Fabinho is good for that
Oh yeah,
because yesterday he bullied Suarez. He killed him.
yep. I mean, and you can and see Suarez is usually the guy doing that to other people. And I think the teams that okay, because you saw all the shit he was doing in the first game, which is fine. This is what Suarez did with Liverpool, so you can't be mad about it now. But you saw what he was doing in that first game. He was really feeling himself. He was talking shit to Robbo, talking to the keeper, and I think they really got together and said, "Look, we know what Messi is. We ain't gonna let this guy Suarez come to Anfield and disrespect us. It's just not gonna happen." And once that got into Suarez's mind, he wanted no part of that game anymore. He was out the game way early. They totally took Suarez out of the game. Not just like as far as him playing, but just his heart. They snatched his heart. He didn't want to do with Fabinho. He didn't want no parts of Robbo. And so, again, this team just really they not only did they match Barcelona blow for blow as far as talent on the pitch, but they matched them as far as or not even match them. They were better than them as far as just the want, the fight, the determination, and basically it was just like Barcelona, you're in our way. We're trying to get to another final, and you're simply the next team in our way. Did you cut off again, my man?
Uh, yeah. Can you repeat the question?
No. I was just basically saying that Liverpool just impressed me with their hunger, their fight, and their not they're them not letting Barcelona bully them. That's all I was saying. My man. Anyway, Dave's
Yeah, Barca is a good team. Everybody's saying, coming out saying Barca is good. It's a bad team and everything.
you breaking up, my man. But Dave's LC chats, what's up, bro? Says Wild Reds. Yeah, yeah. Said I still think I'm dreaming, bro. I know it's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, it feels like we're living a dream with this team and this manager. Adam Robbo, so good to see you back, bro. Says they were they were so worried about Mane. It was unbelievable. Never gave the ball away. They were all amazing. Fabinho, Robbo. Wow, take your pick. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, there were so many guys who you could talk about and say, wow, what about this performance? What about from back to front? Really, literally, the goalkeeper, stellar, exceptional. And you got to believe he was probably disappointed in that first. Well, everybody was. We lost the first leg, but to concede that many. I mean, you are the goalkeeper, so naturally you're going to think, damn, what could I have done different? I was getting a little nervous when Messi got that free kick that was seemed like slightly in the same position, but maybe a bit forward. And I was thinking, oh god. But the wall did their job, and everyone jumped probably the highest that they've ever jumped in their life before. Get that block. Um,
Yeah,
yeah. You back? You good?
yeah. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Sorry for that, man. I'm I'm
No,
on
no,
the
no,
move, but I can't miss this hangout,
no,
man.
no. It's fine. Trust me, it's cool. I'm just glad to have you on. So yeah, you said Matt. I think that's a good shout. I just yeah. I mean, we were just talking about in the comments. Like it's really hard to pick one person, man. I mean, you
Yeah,
can
it's
say
hard. If Robertson played the whole game
yeah,
at that level,
yeah.
probably it would be him.
You go off.
But Matip, where he came from. Every people doubting him,
Yeah,
even myself. Like
yeah.
I
I mean,
wasn't saying he
we
wasn't
all
good,
did.
but he wasn't aggressive enough. You know.
Yeah. Somebody said Henderson on his way to become one of the best midfielders in Liverpool history. Listen, it's been a good stretch for Henderson here lately. I'll say that. And sure, you get a I mean, come on, if he gets a double, then you might have to have that conversation. But for me, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care if he goes down in history. I know with this team, um, and as Klopp always says, it's not about this team has to make their own history. So yeah, starting with Klopp, Henderson, especially over these last few weeks, just that simple change in position. Henderson has been great, man. He's been really, really good,
He,
really, really
he's
good.
been he's
He's
been
looking like a real
excellent,
captain.
and
He's looking like a real captain lately.
exactly. There's nothing to say about him. Like I used to be mad at Henderson like crazy, even though I knew that it wasn't really his fault because, as I said, he's a player that does what the coach tell him to do, not more, not less.
Yep,
That's him.
yep.
You can't blame him for that. But
Good point.
lately, man, since that position switch, damn, he's
It's
been
like a light switch
excellent.
went off. It's like a light switch went off. I'm like, oh shit. This is like, I mean, just yeah. I mean, he's basically given us. I know he's a different player. I don't want people to attack me for this, but lately he's been giving us what we haven't been having from Ox. Let's be real. That forward
Yep.
press, that carrying the ball, incisive passing. He looks like he's enjoying football again. I mean, not to say he
Yeah.
wasn't when he
Yeah.
played the six, but he looks like a kid again, really. And that's literally how I feel about it. He looks like he's enjoying playing football more than he.
Let's be real. He just looks like a new signing.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. And as cliche as that is, but that's very fitting for this. Yes, you're right. He's like a new signing because although Naby was coming along, which is, I mean, football is so harsh to lose Naby like that. It's just unbelievable. But it is what it is. Um, you know, to lose Naby, to not have Ox, you start thinking shit. But
Yeah.
Henderson,
Actually, everything was against us, man. Everything
yeah,
was against Liverpool.
yep, yep. Yeah, I mean, it was just. Adam says, "Be great to sit back tonight with the cold one, watch Ajax Tottenham." Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could care less who we face in the final. To be real,
Yeah, of course. I could care less. And I remember saying that there was a team I wouldn't want to face before the final. It was Ajax. You
hmm
know, not because they are too good or something like that, but because they have nothing to lose. And that's the
yeah,
position we were in yesterday. We had nothing to lose.
yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
yeah. And it's it's so nice for Salah, man, because you start to think, damn, it's unfortunate that he got knocked out of the final last season, got knocked out of the semifinal in this one. But we're still playing. So the fact that he'll get a chance to play in the final again, I'm assuming, if all those go well, it's just nice. And
And I'm gonna get on Salah's case.
go
I
ahead, go ahead.
I think yesterday was a big lesson for Salah because Salah is a player. He's been selfish this year,
Mm-hmm.
going for personal glory most of the times. And yesterday, him doing that, I mean, if he doesn't know this is about the team, not about being the golden boot or the best
Mm-hmm.
player, thing like that, it will never happen. I think it was a great lesson for him.
Mm. Adam says doesn't concern you, but your opinion. I'm not sure what you meant by that. Um, Mama, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm still there.
Oh, you were cutting up when you said that. So say it again about you talking about Salah.
Yeah, I was just saying, Salah, this is a lesson for him because,
Ah,
in my opinion, he's been going for personal glory this season.
mm-hmm.
Like, he has to prove something to the world, you know. But he's been going for the golden boot or the best player or something like that. And this just shows it's all about the team. So that's the lesson you should get.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. I don't think that's harsh. I don't think
You
that's
know,
wrong. That
I know Salah fans will be mad at me or
let him
something
be
like
mad.
that, but hey,
You know how we keep
this
it
is
real.
how I feel.
We keep it real on this channel. Let him be mad. I think that's true, and I think he's got to feel that. He's got to see that. I mean, because especially because no one, just I mean, nobody, half of us didn't see this coming. I mean, especially it's one thing to be down 3-0 to Barcelona. It's another thing to not have Salah and Firmino. So you can't knock somebody for saying, "Oh yeah, this doesn't look too good." So of course Salah is thinking, "Damn, they did all this. They did all this without me, without Bobby." It's funny because my son, the first thing he said to me this morning was, is it true what they said about Mame? Apparently, there's some rumor that Mame is going to Barcelona. Listen, these are just things that tactics that people try to do. Of course, that would come out after us beating Barcelona. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know why anybody would believe. So I said, no, man, that's not going to happen. I don't know why anybody want to leave. Anybody in this current Liverpool side, unless you just feel like you're not going to get playing time, why you want to leave this team now? That doesn't make sense to me. But hey,
exactly. And you because what you saw yesterday, every single player in the world would be want to be part of that. You know,
mm,
everybody they
mm,
want to play part in this kind of games.
yep. And you can see that a prime example of that is a guy like Origi. He could easily sulk around and be mad and but he's putting on performances as if he's a starter. Like you don't see any sulking from him. You see passion, and his thing is the coach is putting me in. Let me make a statement. We don't have some of our guns today. Let me be that dude that helps out with that.
Exactly. And look at Shakiri when he was subbed off. You know
Yep.
that anger. You know, motivating Sturridge. You're like, do this, man. This is us. Let's do this. It was just crazy, man. It was full of emotion. That
Yeah.
was.
It was really really amazing, man. So I guess Sunday is the last game of the league season. Is that correct? Sunday or Saturday? Sunday.
So Sunday, I think, and as I said, then there's still 90 minutes to go, man. So let's just keep believing, you
Yep.
know.
The Wolves game I
And
think is going to be really really tough. Sorry, I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
yeah, so yeah, well, okay, go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the Wolves game will be tough. Obviously, I believe we'll win. I'm totally confident in that. That'll be a tough game. Wolves, we know Wolves are a good side. And this is what we wanted though. Well, we wanted to be winning it by 7 or 10 points, but we didn't, and that we know that's what it is. But it's coming down to the last game. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I'm excited about the Wolves game.
Yeah,
So,
of course,
so
of course. And after
good.
this kind of performance, you always want to see what's coming out, what's coming after,
Yeah,
and yeah, because it was hard, man. Like especially when you look at the Newcastle game
yeah.
last Friday, I think. Friday or
Mm,
I don't know. But if you look at that game, you'll be like, damn, how where did we find the
yep.
resources?
Yep. So, and so when's the final? The first week in June or something like that?
Yeah, first of June.
Oh, 1st of June. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, first
So
of
yeah,
June.
man, this is just I mean Liverpool are back in the final. This is I mean when Klopp came in, you knew things were going to happen. You didn't know how long it was going to take for it to happen, but I mean that is just a back-to-back Champions League finals. Just when you hear that, it just sounds so good. Back-to-back Champions League finals.
Yeah, but personally, when Klopp came in, I thought that it would take longer than this.
Okay, okay.
I really thought that, you know. So yeah, well,
He's
here we are, man.
building something special. Um,
Here we are.
but yeah, let's wrap it up there, man. Thanks for making time, man. We're gonna have to do something soon again. I'm pretty sure because I feel really special about the end of the season. So we'll be in touch and come on another hangout. Thank you for the 5 people that came through and whoever else came through. Let me just give a quick shout out. Steve, Jason, Nova, Amber, Lark, Nicole, David, the chats, Dollars. I think I said Adam Robo already. If I forgot your name, didn't mean to. But yeah, much love, John Downey from Dublin. So yeah, much love to you guys for hanging with us. We're gonna try to do these a bit more
Yeah,
often. Um, but yeah, man, we Liverpool just keep fighting, man. Thanks for coming on, Mame. I appreciate it, man.
yeah. Thanks, guys. Sorry for the connection problems.
Oh no, man, it happens. It's
Yeah,
totally fine. So yeah, we'll be back on sooner than later.
yeah. Take care, man.
Okay, buddy.